Good morning and happy new year. It's Sunday, January 1st. Just got finished a mid five-figure project. This is my end of the year, end of whatever video, whatever you want to call it. It's Monday, the last week of 2022. This year, this last couple of days and weeks is pretty close to last year, how last year things went. So it's almost like I didn't grow this year. Now, to put things in perspective, at the end of 2021, my company just finished the biggest job it's ever did. High five-figure job. I thought they were going to become something of the norm instead of something I have every once in a while. I had some good project, made some good money, did some good things, but it wasn't what I was expecting based on how I ended 2021. And I'm gonna record all of 2023, everything I can think of, everything I can get around to doing, I'm gonna record. It's now 5 p.m. 5 p.m. and I'm headed to my first job of the day. Yeah, I said it, 5 p.m. Got a job out in Brandywine, Maryland, which is an hour drive. It's one of the changes I'm trying to make. Not sure if it's a good change or not. I used to do jobs out this way all the time. Contract through Amazon with Amazon Home Services. And back then, I really didn't enjoy it. I felt like I was doing a lot of driving for not very much money. See how it goes this way around, this go around. Good example of why I don't do jobs this far. So this job was an hour and some change drive. It's 6:21 p.m. But guess what? Customers not here. No one's home. Lights are off. No cars are here. I called. I got the voicemail. They duck you. They hide from you. And see, now as soon as you say, hey, give a deposit up front, everyone complain. Yeah, but when I show up, is anybody gonna be home? That's when you running your own business. Those are things you gotta go through. Good thing about it is I get to go home and see my wife just a little bit sooner. So, all right, I'm ready to go take this hour and some change ride home and see you guys when I see you. Good morning. It's Friday, the 30th. Almost that closer to the end of the year. And I'm headed to White Plains, Maryland. I know. This is just as far or farther than the last job, the Brandywine job, where the customer stood me up. But learn from your mistakes. So this job, we booked it. They called in, book online. You won't even be able to book your appointment without doing a deposit. But when you call in, it's extra steps for me or for whoever is taking the call. So normally I bypass it. But I automated the process. When a job is booked, they automatically get sent a deposit request, and through that deposit request, they can pay their deposit. I need to set some automations up, so at a certain time frame, the customer gets a reminder to pay the deposit, maybe about an hour, 2 hours before the job starts, if it hasn't been paid yet. So I need to set up an automation for that. And I will be assembling an arcade 1-up machine. I think the customer said this one is the Mortal Kombat Legacy. Show you guys as much as I can show you. Get back home to the family. This used to be my service area for a long time, or when I first started. We were doing work with Amazon Home Services, and they contracted us to do, furniture assembly and things like that in people's homes. So we used to do that everywhere, and had great reviews, 5 stars. I think we had a 99% customer satisfaction rating. It actually says 99.9% customer satisfaction rating, and that's with over 1,000 jobs completed. Now, we'll do commercial work everywhere, because commercial work is, of course, more money, so we can go out, travel a little more further. For home services, most of the home services are not that expensive, so we are limited to our service area. Used to do jobs out here all the time, and I didn't mind it, because I came from a job where I used to drive 3 hours to do a job. So I was used to it, but that's when I was an employee. But I was used to it. As a business owner, it's a little different. You got to look at things differently. And when I cut down my service area to 30 miles, work dried up quickly. 4 years later, here I am going back out here again. Not contracting through Amazon on this one. So the price is where I want it to be at, to make it so it works for me. Now I gotta finish this ride. Wow, it's a nice day today. It's December 30th, and it's 60 degrees out.
50, bring a smile to your face. 60, shit, damn near barbecuing on that motherfucker.
So it's a good day. Job was a good job. I asked him how did he find us, because like I said, this is way out of our service area. Not way out, but it's out of our service area. He said he did a Google search. We popped up. He talked to another company, and the guy said they couldn't get him until, I want to say, he said February or something crazy to that sort. If you don't know, in this business, someone's calling you about having something assembled or getting something assembled, they are calling because they want it done ASAP. Right now, tomorrow, the weekend at the latest. No one wants to wait 2 weeks, a week out, whatever, to get something assembled. Time to go home. GPS said it took me about 1 hour and 40 minutes to get home. 50 miles one way, 100 miles round trip. With gas prices now, that brings it till about $23 in gas for this ride. So the $23 in gas, wear and tear on the car, insurance, blah, blah, blah. Just getting to someone's job. Just
in a
getting
quarter
to
mile,
this job
keep
and
left
back,
to continue
we're
on
looking at
Maryland
probably
5
close
North
to
Branch
$40
Avenue.
off the break. You have to keep that in mind when you're doing these kind of jobs. But as a business owner, long term would be, one, I'm making videos. So that's something to put myself out there, put my company out there. People can see these videos and maybe book us in the future. So this job has helped us with that. So it's not all about what the customer pays. It's how you can use the job basically to your advantage. How do you use that job to grow your business? I do some jobs where I can't take pictures. I can't do video. But that is what it is. Whenever you can take advantage and use that job to maybe bring you more work in the future, you absolutely should do so. It is what it is. Another day. Get home, see if something jumps on the schedule, see if someone calls that needs something done. Might do some deliveries later, but we'll wait and see how that goes. Until then, I'll see you guys in a little bit. So, just dropped my daughter off at work. I was coming to Costco to grab some things, and I was thinking about stuff we normally think about at the end of the year. Taxes. Started thinking about mileage, what reminded me about the conversation this morning, and something that I forgot to tell you. The most important thing I forgot to mention was I'm not going to be driving no 50 to 60 miles for every little job in 6 to 8 months from now. At least that's the plan. All right. I'm going to go ahead and brand and get the name out in as many areas that I would like to work in as I can. Build that up, try to get a little reputation there, because a lot of my jobs down here is like word of mouth. So try to do the same thing in another area, and then eventually find someone that lives in that area that can be like the region lead, supervisor, manager, whatever. However we decide to structure that when the time comes. But that's the plan. Good morning. It's Saturday, December 31st. If you want to be a business owner, you need to understand there's a lot of things that's going to happen that you're not going to like as a business owner. One, jobs booked through third party. Man, it's a mess. So I had two jobs today. Booked third party. Both booked before Christmas. One's insurance. They had some water damage in their basement, and they wanted someone to come by and look at the workout equipment, the fitness equipment, to make sure everything is okay and still working order. There was no damage done from the water. The job was through a moving company. Moving company moved them or whatever and needed someone to put the fitness equipment back together. So we're talking through the third party, the moving company, and working all the details out, pricing, etc., etc. Called the customer to work out the appointment date. When we called the customer, they don't know who we are, what we're talking about. They think we're trying to sell them something, so they brush us off. It happens. Call our customer and explain to them, so they start working out things on our end for us to set the appointment up. So appointment gets set. Boom, we're heading out there today. On our way, text gets sent. Customer calls and says, hey, just got a message saying someone's on the way here, and I didn't book anything, or we're not supposed to have anybody coming out. So I'll explain everything, go through the whole spiel. And he says, well, I'm busy today. I can't have anybody, do it. And I says, well, it's only take about an hour and a half. And he laughs and he says, that's what the last guy says until he got here. Based on the information your moving company sent us, the pictures they sent us, the equipment they sent us, it should only take about an hour and a half. This is what we do. We do it all day. The guys know what they're doing. We can handle it. And again, he says, that's what the last guy says. He starts explaining the equipment to me, and it's not what the company sent us. And so I'm ready to go. I was ready to go out to this job where I'm thinking, it's going to take me 2 hours, swing over to my other job for the insurance. Things would be great. That didn't happen that way. Told the customer that, okay, no one's coming out. You don't have to worry about that. And that I will talk to our customer, the moving company, and see what's going on. But I don't think I'll be going out there. I think we're about done with that one. Like I said, third-party jobs are a mess. When you work for somebody, you don't have to worry about that. You go in, you do your job. Oh, it's canceled? No big deal. Oh, is the job going? No big deal. Just do your job. You go. You don't got to worry about that back end stuff. So while people like to say, oh, owning your own business is great, is the thing to do, blah, 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 get ready for the headaches because they're coming. There are a lot of them. All right. So, yeah, the reward can be high, but the risk and the pain and the headache is just as high. So I'm at the grocery store picking up some groceries, and I'm going back home and figure all this stuff out. Good morning and happy new year. It's Sunday, January 1st, first day of 2023. We only about 8 hours into the new year, and I'm doing something I normally do not do, and that's working. Normally for the 16 years I've worked for someone else, that today has always been a paid holiday, and of course you had your projects here and there where you would go in, get your time and a half, holiday pay, and all that other good stuff. But for the most part, I've never worked on January 1st. And for the last 6 years, worked for myself. I've kind of continued that. I normally don't work today. I take a break, relax. Last year, I just got finished a mid 5-figure project. Of course, the expenses were high on that, but of course, it still allowed me to, take some relaxing time and take some time off. This year, I'm trying to do things different, different energy, coming to things with a different mindset. So I'm working. I'm gonna go knock out some deliveries, make some money today, and see if it'll help change my where I end up 365 days from now. We'll see. Talk to you guys later. Right, delivery's done, back home. Wife's ready to work out. So, wouldn't be an end of the year, beginning of the year video without a little bit of working out. So I'm getting older. Birthday's coming up. So me and my wife are gonna stretch more. Ready? All right, let's get it.
9, 8, 7.
I can reach closer to your toes than mine. That don't make sense. Look at that. Look at that. But over here, like, ooh. You only can go with what you want to really go for. Evidently, I really ain't trying to touch my toes.
That's weird. I can't touch
Man.
Okay, if you back there though.
Like this hurts. This not so bad. This I stretch for.
You're leaning, maybe that's why.
I mean, I can do this, but it hurts too much for me to want to do it.
Okay, oh, I'm good.
I think I reached my point. There we go. Oh shucks, stretching works. Stretching works. We'll bring me the thing for the with the board. Did you do the thing in school with the board? It's for the physical fitness test.
With a board.
Yeah, so you put your foot on the thing, right?
Okay.
And there's this box with this board that comes out.
Okay.
And you used to have to put your hands like this. And you be like, and you like, boom, and you try to hold it. And Peach put the measurements there.
No.
What?
I don't remember that. Now watch my best friend be like, Ashley, yes we did this and that. I
thought everybody had to do that.
No.
Like, the president's test or physical fitness test, you can get your little reward.
Maybe that's the difference between county and city schools.
Man, I think that's a man
City
thing.
girl. City girl.
Which is weird. I used to want to be like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Of course you did.
When I used to watch the Jean-Claude Van Damme back in the day, I used to want to do the splits and all that stuff. That's great. I went from that to wanting to be like a Hulk. So.
Hi, Marcus.
Hi.
What's going on?
what's really crazy is 12 months ago, I was doing almost 400 pounds with ease. Time is not to be played with. That was harder than it should have been, but you gotta start somewhere, and I hope your 2023 is a good one. And you already gotten started. Cheesy, but that's how I feel right now.